There's a scene that repeats itself for many men after 60. They wake up, glance at the clock, but the body doesn't wake as it once did. The blood seems slower, the response weaker, and the firmness that used to be automatic now depends on luck or on pills. This is where a truth few people admit begins. The problem is almost never age, it's chemistry. A microscopic, silent imbalance between acidity and circulation. I'm a urologist, and for years I've studied the impact of this small detail. When the body is too acidic, the vessels constrict, the blood loses fluidity, and erections become unstable. But when the internal environment returns to being slightly alkaline, everything changes. The arteries open, oxygen circulates, and the body responds with vigor. And that's exactly where the secret of this video comes in. A combination so simple it seems impossible: baking soda and a second natural ingredient. Together, they don't create power, but they unlock the blood's pathway. In about 10 minutes, what was sluggishness turns into flow. The skin warms, the extremities gain color, and the whole body reacts, as if someone had flipped the vitality switch back on. Science explains it this way: baking soda works as a gentle buffer, reducing excess acidity and improving the sensitivity of endothelial cells, the very ones that control blood vessel dilation. The result is an internal environment where blood once again moves as it should, and firmness reappears naturally, without effort, without artifices. This video is about how it happens, why it works, and how to use it correctly and safely. But before we continue, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Here, you learn based on science, not empty promises. Now tell me, are you on the team that wants to activate your own circulation, or the one that prefers to wait for the body to react on its own? Pick a word and comment below. Baking soda may seem trivial, a white powder forgotten in the kitchen cupboard, but inside, that powder lies a biochemical function few understand. It acts as a silent regulator of the body's internal environment. While many men focus only on hormones, drugs, or expensive supplements, they overlook something basic: the blood's pH. When this balance falls out of balance, everything that depends on circulation suffers. The heart works harder, the arteries stiffen, and in the most sensitive areas, blood flow dwindles until it disappears. Think of the body as a system of rivers. The blood is the water, and baking soda is the riverbank that keeps the course steady. When there's excess acidity, those banks erode, the channel narrows, and the flow loses strength. That's why men with reflux, heavy digestion, or too much coffee often report fatigue and erectile failures. It's no coincidence. An acidic environment causes vessel constriction, preventing blood from reaching with intensity where it's needed most. When used correctly, baking soda has the power to neutralize this hostile environment. It isn't a stimulant and it doesn't act on libido, but it prepares the ground for the body to function as it should. It thins the blood, improves endothelial cell responsiveness, and makes the system more receptive to the action of nitric oxide, the erection molecule. But caution, this isn't about overdoing it or gulping down pure baking soda. The secret lies in the dosage and, above all, in the combination with the right ingredient, the one that provides energy and natural vasodilation. That union is what wakes the body up in minutes. Before I show you what that ingredient is and how to use it properly, like this video now. That simple gesture helps the channel reach more men who need this information. And it shows me you value science-based content, not promises. Because understanding baking soda is understanding the foundation of vitality. When the inner terrain rebalances, the entire body responds. If this idea of balancing pH, protecting the endothelium, and unlocking circulation makes sense, I've gathered everything in a practical way in my digital book, Rediscovering Intimacy, Healthy Sexuality After 60. There you'll find the step-by-step baking soda plus lemon protocol, when to use it, how to prepare it, amounts and variations, combinations with natural nitrates to boost nitric oxide, a 14-day plan to track progress, energy, firmness, drive, and a special safety chapter. Who should avoid it? Interactions involving high blood pressure, kidneys, and medications. It's a direct, medical, applicable guide to turn your morning routine into efficient circulation and real confidence. Access it via the link in the pinned first comment and start adjusting your morning ritual safely and effectively right away. Now that you understand baking soda's role, it's time to reveal the secret behind the phrase, mix it with this. And this is not an exotic or hard-to-find ingredient, it's fresh lemon, a simple, accessible fruit that, when combined with baking soda, triggers an immediate reaction deeply beneficial to the male body. It's no exaggeration to say this mixture creates a chemical response that the body recognizes as an activation signal. When baking soda comes into contact with the lemon's citric acid, an effervescent reaction occurs, a release of carbon dioxide that, inside the body, acts as a mild metabolic stimulant. That fizz isn't just visual. It primes the digestive system, reduces internal acidity, and favors the release of nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for dilating blood vessels. It's as if the body received a direct order. Make room, the blood needs to flow. Lemon is rich in vitamin C and flavonoids, antioxidant compounds that protect the endothelium, the most delicate and vital layer of the arteries. When that layer is inflamed or worn down, the body loses the ability to expand the vessels and respond to sexual stimulation. That's why many men notice a difference just a few hours after correctly adopting this combination. Blood circulates more easily, the extremities warm up, and the sensation of vitality returns. The baking soda and lemon mix works like a small internal reset. It cleanses, rebalances, and awakens. And when done at the right moment, first thing in the morning on a light stomach, or 30 minutes before a meal, it activates a reoxygenation cycle that benefits everything from the heart to the pelvic region. The body becomes more receptive to pleasure and energy because it returns to its natural state of balance. It's simple, natural, and effective. An alliance between two elements the body recognizes and appreciates. When baking soda and lemon meet, the reaction is almost poetic. Acid and alkaline balance each other, and from that harmony something powerful is born, an ideal environment for circulation to flourish. But what happens in the body goes far beyond the fizz in the glass. Inside you, every cell responds to this small chemical adjustment. Blood that was thick and sluggish starts to feel lighter. Arteries that suffer microtensions caused by stress and poor diet finally relax. And that's the moment the body wakes up. The first sensation is subtle, a gentle warmth rising from the extremities, easier breathing, a steadier heart rhythm. This happens because the body stops wasting energy fighting acidity and starts channeling it toward what really matters, maintaining flow. And flow is the key word. Every erection, every moment of male firmness and vitality begins with this. Blood in motion. With pH balanced and the endothelium more responsive, the body resumes producing nitric oxide efficiently. That molecule is the messenger of vitality. It's the one that sends the signal for the vessels to dilate, allowing blood to enter and remain where it needs to be. Without it, there's no firmness. With it, the whole body hums in sync. In this process, lemon acts as the accelerator. It stimulates the liver, helps clear impurities from the blood, and provides antioxidants that protect cells from premature aging. Baking soda, in turn, is the moderator, preventing the internal environment from tipping back into imbalance. Together, they create a perfect cycle: purification, oxygenation, and stability. And the result isn't limited to intimacy. Men who adopt this practice report less bloating, less fatigue, and a steady sense of vigor. The body finds its rhythm, blood circulates with purpose, and the mind, so affected by a drop in energy, regains clarity. It's as if the body remembered what it has always known how to do: react strongly, naturally, and quietly. The most fascinating effect of this combination isn't just chemical, it's physiological and perceptible. When baking soda and lemon are taken correctly, the body experiences a coordinated sequence of reactions reminiscent of an ancient, sleeping system being switched on. First, there's a slight release of carbon dioxide in the stomach, which stimulates controlled gastric acid production and improves digestion. Soon after, the blood gets a gentle uptick in oxygenation, and the arteries begin to relax. This chain reaction has a direct impact on physical and intimate performance, especially in men over 60. As the years pass, the endothelium, the thinnest, most sensitive layer of the vessels, loses elasticity and responds more slowly to the stimuli that once produced firmness. What this mixture does is reawaken that system. It provides the ideal conditions for nitric oxide to act, increasing vascular dilation capacity and allowing blood to reach, with greater strength and stability, the regions that need it most. The whole body feels the result. The skin takes on a healthier tone, leg circulation improves, and even the mind seems to function more clearly. That's because the brain, just like the reproductive system, depends directly on the quality of blood flow. When blood circulates better, everything wakes up: energy, focus, and vitality. And there's a curious detail. Most men who experience this reaction don't describe it as an instant miracle, but as a feeling of return, an awakening. It's as if the body remembered an old operating pattern and resumed that rhythm. That's what science calls functional restoration, when the organism, instead of relying on external stimuli, goes back to acting on its own. That is the true strength of this combination. It doesn't impose anything on the body. It simply restores the ideal environment for it to do what it has always known how to do: respond with vigor, precision, and natural ease. For those who apply the mixture correctly, the secret lies in how and when it's done. Small details change everything. It's not just taking baking soda with lemon, it's activating the body at the exact moment when it's most receptive, right upon waking, with the stomach still light, between 6 and 7 a.m. That's when the body naturally begins its detoxification and pH regulation processes. At that moment, the E combination works like a biochemical key, opening the circulatory system for the day ahead. Preparation is simple, but it must be followed. Half a teaspoon of baking soda dissolved in about 200 ml of warm water, with the juice of half a fresh lemon. The secret is to let the reaction fizz for a few seconds before drinking, allowing the gas to form and the mixture to stabilize. The taste is mild, but the effect is deep. Within minutes, it's common to feel a gentle warmth in the body, a sense of internal cleansing and easier breathing, signs that metabolism and circulation have begun to adjust. Inside the body, baking soda acts as a physiological buffer, neutralizing excess acidity in the blood and creating a more favorable environment for nitric oxide production. Lemon, in turn, provides vitamin C and flavonoids, antioxidants that repair blood vessels and protect the endothelium. This duo works in synergy. While baking soda balances, lemon awakens. Men who adopt this morning ritual report noticeable changes within a few days: improved digestion, less abdominal bloating, a feeling of lightness, and, most importantly, faster circulatory responses. That's because, by restoring internal balance, the body again routes blood efficiently, including to the most sensitive regions. It isn't magic, it's natural biochemistry. The body responds when it's understood, and when you give it the right environment, even the slowest systems start responding with strength, timing, and precision. This mixture is, in fact, a physiological reminder. Vitality is still there. It just needed room to flow again. After a few days of following this routine, something curious happens. The body starts responding naturally, without effort, without dependency. Vitality stops being a memory and becomes a constant presence. Circulation flows freely, breathing lightens, and the energy that once felt distant returns to fill the day, from the first step in the morning to the most intimate moments at night. It's a quiet but visible transformation. Men who once complained of fatigue, discouragement, and recurring failures begin to describe a sense of rediscovery. The body warms, the blood runs, and with it comes something even more important: confidence. Because what's at stake isn't just erections, it's the certainty that power, vigor, and responsiveness still exist in every cell. The chemistry of this mixture merely awakens what was already there, waiting for a chance to act. Balancing pH, strengthening the arteries, and activating nitric oxide aren't tricks. They're natural reactions that had been dormant. Baking soda and lemon work as a biological reminder that the human body can regenerate when it receives the right stimuli. And that applies to circulation, to the heart, to the mind, and of course to intimate life. This shift goes beyond the physical. It restores presence. A man starts to feel his own body again, to sense his own rhythm, to trust himself once more. It's a process of reconnection, a return to the state of balance that defines masculinity in its most mature form: serene, strong, and self-aware. If this video helped you better understand your body and see vitality in a new light, subscribe to the channel now. Here you'll find medical and natural content to strengthen your health, your energy, and your confidence. Like this video so it reaches more men who need this information, and watch the other videos on the channel. Each one was created to help you live with more strength, clarity, and purpose. See you in the next video.